insurance broker who lived in Southall near Heathrow Airport. This video was taken at a family wedding. Here, as always, Surinder was the life and soul of the party. Early on Tuesday, January the 30th, Surinder was found stabbed to death in his car. Now, at first it seemed as though he and his vehicle had been hijacked. As more witnesses came forward, though, the events of Mr. Gill's last hours have become more and more mysterious. It's Monday, the 29th of January. Southall, west of London, has a thriving Asian community. For most of the last 25 years, Surinder Gill has lived here.
Right, none of us like maths, but you still have to do it.
He began the day as usual, ferrying his daughter and his brother's 2 children to school.
I suggest to you that you pull your socks up. Yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
Surinder had done well since he himself left school. He'd clearly prospered.
Come on, let's
He drove an expensive, customised Mercedes.
Come on, let's be a bit back. Alright, are you alright then? Listen now, you're going to be a good girl and behave. Alright then. Right, I'll see you later.
Bye.
Let's go. Bye-bye, alright. Bye.
Mr. Gill had acquired a distinctive number plate reflecting both his name and his personality. He was flamboyant, image-conscious, and drew attention to himself.
No problems at
His
all.
car was virtually his office, and much of his business was conducted on his mobile phone.
Yeah. If that's the policy you want, then that's the way I'll arrange it. Not at all. Sure. Sure. Yeah. Bye.
He was regarded as a charmer and was well known in the neighbourhood. At lunchtime, Surinder had bought some sandwiches and chips, but he never got to finish them. A few moments later, he was noticed by Bobby Chana, who works at this chemist shop in South Road. A few seconds after this, something extraordinary happened to Surinder Gill. It must have taken place somewhere down this high street. Were you in South Road, Southall, at 2 o'clock on Monday, the 29th of January? Did you see an unusual incident involving a maroon Mercedes? At 2:01, a business associate rang Surinder in his car.
Hello, Mr. Gill. Hi, it's Mr. Hill. I've got the file in connection with your property.
Can I come and see you now?
No, you can't actually come and see us today. You can come and see us tomorrow. The accountant's not in today.
Disconnect.
Mr. Gill? Mr. Mr. Gill?
Whatever happened in or near South Road, within moments Surinder's car was seen half a mile away in Merrick Road. It's now a mile and a half away at 2:10 on Greenford Road.
That's strange. The guy in the car over there's wearing a crash helmet.
Half a mile further up Greenford Road, the car was seen to turn around and head back towards Southall. At Beaver's open space in Hounslow, a witness saw a big red car drive across the playing field beside Green Lane. It's possible the car remained here for half an hour or more. Do you remember seeing it? And what was going on? Surinder failed to collect his daughter from her school. Whatever happened to Mr. Gill that afternoon, one witness says he reappeared that evening at Gillette Corner. At 6:45, as though nothing in the world was wrong, he turned up at the Comet Warehouse in Scion Lane.
I'm having a lot of problems with this, a lot of interference. Do you think you can sort something out for me?
Sure, how about the NC 98?
Yeah? Good price?
Good price.
Good model?
Good model.
Right, listen, I haven't got a lot of time now. I've got to meet somebody in Southall. When should we meet?
Thursday, 2 o'clock?
Yeah, that sounds good. So I'll see you on Thursday then, yeah?
Okay, don't worry about the price.
Right, do me a good model. I'll see you on Thursday.
No problem, see you later.
Several people had tried to ring Surinder, but couldn't get through. His family was now worried, especially since he'd failed to collect his daughter from her school. His car was seen at 7:30 and again at 9:30 in Southall. But where was Mr. Gill? 7 o'clock next morning, back at Beaver's open space off Green Lane, Hounslow. John Wilford was exercising his horse, Kestrel. A man was slumped in the front passenger seat. Surinder Gill had been attacked in the car by at least 2 men, and though he'd plainly struggled, he'd been stabbed to death. Stuart Hull, what on earth was going on? It seemed he was hijacked, and yet there he is, nonchalantly, apparently turning up at a shop to try and buy a phone.
Yes, well, it is very baffling, but what I think happened was that he was in some way overpowered that afternoon, just after 2 o'clock, in the area of South Road. He was either hijacked or kidnapped, call it what you will, but something drastic happened.
Alive, you are all right, you are watching this. Please do call us yourself. You can speak to a BBC researcher if you prefer, and once we're really sure it's you, we won't bother you again, just so long as you're okay. That has to be said, it's a long shot. Incidentally, let me make a plea to viewers who are anxious to trace someone other than Michael. We in Crime Watch simply aren't equipped to help you. If someone's gone missing, tell the police. If, on the other hand, you've just lost contact with someone, that's rather different. In that case, you might try the Salvation Army. Now, that's such a common eventuality. Before we move on to our next case on Crime Watch, here's some advice on tracing people who've left of their own accord.
Very occasionally we will find that we ourselves and the police are being asked to look at the same situation. A fairly obvious example would be where a husband, for no apparent reason at the time, doesn't turn up from work one day. His wife will get in touch with the police, they will treat it seriously, and she may also get in touch with us. Now, as far as the police are concerned, their task is to ensure that the man is alive and well. We would go beyond that and try to bring about a reconciliation.
Good afternoon, Salvation Army. Can I help you? Yes, it is.
We operate almost entirely on information that is available in public records. It has been said that there's no facility or procedure available to us that isn't available to the general public. It is just the case that over, more than 100 years, we have learned how best to use the facilities and resources that are available. We are not acting for a client. We are seeking to act in the best interests of all the parties concerned. And if there seems to be a very good reason why the person that we found doesn't wish to disclose his whereabouts to a relative, then obviously we have to accept that. And under no circumstances would we ever disclose an address to any third party without prior consent. We start work on something like 5,500 investigations every year. And out of those, we are successful in making contact with the person we're looking for in well over 70%, which I think, if I may say it myself, is pretty good.
Well, if you want to contact the Salvation Army, don't write to us, please write to them, enclosing a stamped address envelope with any inquiry to the Salvation Army Investigation Department, 105 to 109 Judd Street,